Hi, hi everyone. Good morning. This is So With Me TV. On today's work, I'll be working with 3 yards Ankara for 6 pieces cut. We'll be cutting 6 pieces skirts. This method is the easiest method and the fastest method and the curvy method. It works for everybody, whether you're too fat or too skinny. This method I will be showing you now works for everybody. Just try it. Whether the person is too big or too skinny, this method works for every sizes. Just get your 3 yards Ankara. If you're working with Ankara, get 3 yards. If you're working with a stretchy material, just get 3 yards ready. Just try it. You will love it. That 3 yards from waist to knee is 18 inches for my client, and that works for also everybody. That 18 inches, divide it into 4 equal parts, then mark the lines. From waist to knee is 18, divide it into 4 equal parts, then mark your lines. When you get the lines ready, the first one is the waistline. Mark 4 there. This method, just use it for everybody. Mark 4 yards on the waist. The second line, mark 4.5. The third line, mark 4.5. While the knee part, mark 4 inches. Don't forget, the waist is 4 inches, while the knee is 4 inches. But those middle are 4.5. You can see now, connect the lines, you can see how curvy it will come out. Female body is not straight, so do not have a straight line on your skirt. Any skirt that will have a line in between or part in between, do not line it straight. Female body are not straight. It's curvy, we are curvy. So do the curvy aspects. When you double fold it, the first thing I'll be cutting is the center front and the center back. We double fold it, you leave your 2 inches zip allowance. But because I'll be having a small tail, I left 4 inches for zip allowance. This is center front and center back. Then the down part, you can mark 12 inches or 10, then connect. You can see how easy it is. You can see, just watch it closely, watch the video closely. From the down part for the zip allowance, I left 5 inches because my client wants to have just a small tail on it. So I left 5 inches for the down part. By the zip side, I also left, you can leave 4 or 5, or that 5 inches, just for you to create that small tail. Then after, I will still go back and work on the zip side. But first of all now, let me just cut the center front and the center back. This center front now is what I will use and call the extra 4 pieces needed to complete the 6 pieces. Now I have 2 pieces, center front and center back. Remaining 4 pieces, I'll use the center front now to cut the remaining 4 pieces. This method is for everybody. Just try it. Just give it a try. You will love it. You will thank me later. Then connect your points. I'm marking out the zip allowance on the zip side. I'm marking out the zip allowance on the zip side. Then rule and cut and keep. Then use the center front, flip it over. Because of this right hand is where the down part fall. Next, this time I'm cutting, I'll flip it over. You can just watch and see. You can see. Then that excess by the side, you cut it off. The excess by the side, you cut it off so that it will enable you have a very nice and curvy pieces. Cut it off. Just watch how I did it. If you find this video helpful, please invite your friends and subscribe to my channel. You cut it off, you can see. Then here comes the work. The waist side, remember I have 4 inches on the center piece. My time measurement, the waist is 32 while the hip is 42. Now connect the line from waist to knee is 9. You still connect to the point and to the knee. Then connect the lines. Connect the lines. Here now you'll be working with the actual measurement. The waist side, I have 4 inches before. So my time measurement is 32. Divide your 32 into 4. Then whatever you get, minus 3.5 inches there from it. Why you're minusing 3.5? It's because you already have 4 inches on the center part, and you're leaving half inches behind so that you use it to do the joining. So that's why I'm minusing only 3.5, not 4. 3.5. Whatever you minus, the remaining one, then you shock it down. You mark. Then when you come to the hip side, my client hip is 42. Divide your hip side, 42 divided into 4. Whatever you have, because I have 4.5 on the hip side, I'm minusing 4. I'm leaving half behind to join. Minus 4, then whatever you have that is left, you chalk it down. Whatever that is left, chalk it down. Then when you come to the knee, side, whatever you got from the hip, minus 1 inch from it. Remember to put your 2 inches. Your waist side, put your 2 inches allowance. Your hip side, add your extra 2 inches allowance. While your knee side, minus whatever you get from the hip, then add your extra 2 inches allowance. Then you connect the lines. Connect the lines. See how curvy the line comes out. See how curvy it is. Then you connect to the full length. Whatever extra material you have there, connect it. You can see the outcome now. We have not sewn yet, but you can see how curvy everything comes. Then you cut it off. Then you notch all your connecting points so you don't miss out. All your connecting points, connect them and notch them.